Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 2 Ending Explained. An original series Space God returns. Star Trek Strange New Worlds has consistently delighted fans by weaving deep cuts from the original series into fresh, modern storytelling, and Season 3, Episode 2, is no exception. The episode's climax left many viewers both awestruck and confused, as it resurrected one of the most enigmatic beings in the Star Trek universe, a true original series, Space God. Here's a breakdown of what happened, why it matters, and what it could mean for the rest of the season. The episode begins with the Enterprise crew investigating unusual energy readings on the edge of the Beta Quadrant. What initially appears to be a simple scientific anomaly rapidly escalates when Captain Pike, Spock, and the rest of the crew find themselves confronted by a being whose power rivals even the most formidable entities seen in the original Star Trek series. This is the same Space God fans first encountered decades ago, a mysterious entity that exists outside the usual constraints of time and matter, capable of manipulating reality at will. From the outset, the episode teases the arrival of this cosmic figure through subtle visual cues. Stars bending unnaturally, the fabric of space shimmering like liquid metal, and the Enterprise's instruments struggling to make sense of the energy fluctuations. The tension builds masterfully, culminating in the moment of revelation when the entity manifests in a form both familiar and terrifying, reminiscent of its original series appearance yet enhanced with modern effects to emphasize its otherworldly presence. What makes this ending particularly fascinating is how the writers balance nostalgia with narrative innovation. The Space God isn't just a cameo or fan service. Its return has profound implications for the characters. Captain Pike, whose journey has always been marked by moral courage and an unwavering commitment to the Prime Directive, faces a test unlike any before. Unlike conventional foes, this entity cannot be defeated with phasers or strategic maneuvers. Its presence forces Pike, and by extension, the audience, to confront the limits of human understanding and the very nature of existence itself. The pivotal scene occurs when the entity engages Pike in what can only be described as a metaphysical dialogue. Words alone fail to capture the gravity of the moment. The scene is suffused with visual storytelling, from the distortion of space-time around the bridge to the subtle, almost imperceptible changes in the crew's behavior. Here, the show leans heavily into the philosophical roots of Star Trek, exploring themes of humility, responsibility, and the consequences of unchecked power. Pike must appeal not to force, but to reason, empathy, and trust, an elegant callback to the original series' ethos, where intellect often trumped brute strength. Meanwhile, Spock's presence adds a layer of logical tension. His analytical approach clashes with the entity's incomprehensible motives. Yet he also begins to grasp patterns in its behavior that even the human mind struggles to perceive. This duality underscores one of the season's recurring themes: the synergy between human intuition and Vulcan logic. The writers cleverly use this interaction to foreshadow future episodes, suggesting that Spock's understanding of this entity might unlock insights into other cosmic phenomena the Enterprise will encounter. The visual effects team deserves special mention for translating a character that was initially limited by 1960s television technology into a modern, awe-inspiring spectacle. The entity's design incorporates elements of the original series' aesthetic, shimmering, semi-ethereal, almost sculptural, but updated with subtle, dynamic textures that convey its alien intelligence. The result is a being that feels both timeless and contemporary, bridging decades of Star Trek lore while staying true to the show's signature sense of wonder. Narratively, the ending leaves the audience with tantalizing ambiguity. The entity does not attack, nor does it offer clear guidance. Instead, it retreats after a cryptic exchange with Pike, leaving a lingering question. Why has it returned now? What does it want from the Federation and from humanity itself? The episode closes with the crew grappling with the implications, setting the stage for a season that promises to explore existential themes, cosmic politics, and the limits of human agency. In addition to narrative and visual triumphs, this ending succeeds because it respects the audience's intelligence. Unlike simpler plot devices, the return of this original series Space God is not explained away with technobabble or rushed exposition. Instead, it is treated as a genuine mystery, one that requires careful thought and engagement from viewers. This approach mirrors the original Star Trek's willingness to confront philosophical and scientific enigmas, reaffirming Strange New Worlds' commitment to the franchise's